everybody. My name is Frederick, aka Fred. That's how people know me. Tonight I'm in here with different kind of videos from the ones that I used to make. This is something real. This is to talk about what is happening all around the world right now. And yes, we are talking about COVID-19. He's Rovic, my roommate.
Hi. I'm Rovic from the Philippines, so yeah,
You're what?
I'm a photographer here, so same with my roommate. So we're actually roommates and we're photographers.
Yeah, we're roomers.
Roommates.
We're rumors.
Roommates.
We're roommates. We are photographers, and we are living on a ship. We work on board. We work for a cruise line. And
Now the isolation that we are actually having right now in the ship is like we go to a certain place in the middle of the ocean. Not actually, yeah, in the middle of the ocean, and we stay there. The ship is going to anchor there. Stay there for a couple of days. And then
actually, there's people getting off the ship, but those are people that are signing off from their contracts. I mean, they are sending as much people as they can, because there are a lot of countries that are actually in lockdown and they are not accepting people from the different airports.
Right.
And if we were able to leave the ship and go back home, we always need to do it through the US. And there's a lot of restrictions and bans for the people that is flying from the US to another countries all around the world. March 14, I guess, that night.
I remember it was March 13 when guests are like having their dinner. I remember that because we were shooting inside the dining room.
Oh, okay.
Taking pictures inside the dining room, and then the captain made an announcement saying that tomorrow we will still go to this island. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And then, so that's part of their itinerary. And then after that island visit, we will go back to our home port, Port Canaveral.
Port Canaveral.
Canaveral.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that night was the night in which the US announced that all the cruise lines has to stop working for 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this COVID-19 situation that is happening. It is really crazy because we were like, that was on January 3rd or something like that. We were like, we just woke up and we were watching TV, and then there's like, oh my god, look, there is, you told me like there's a SARS like virus in China, and we were like, oh my god, can you imagine if that gets through here and we get like stranded in the ocean because of that?
Right.
And the whole process, that everything that has been happening, this is actually happening. We were thinking about all of this before.
Right.
I mean, it's like if we wrote down everything that was going to happen, and it started happening. So it is really crazy. For me, it's really, really crazy. Since that night, we came to Cape Canaveral, the last day of the cruise, and then we got all our supplies, and then we sail
to
the unknown.
Sail to the unknown in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, exactly.
We started to sanitize every single place in the ship.
Every single place in the ship. That's a really good situation, because I mean, we were just saying goodbye to the last guest that we had, and obviously we need to sanitize everything. We sanitize all around the ship. We sanitize our corridors, our cabins. We need to sanitize all of our clothes. We need to do laundry.
The equipment
everything.
As well, especially the cameras.
Exactly. Everything. And every day we need to be sanitizing all the areas on the ship. So we have to avoid that whatever virus is out there, it's spread.
Yeah, we have to clean it.
Yeah, we have to clean everything. How has it been for us to be in isolation for these last 14 days?
We were so excited at first because we are crew members, like what we've said. There are lots of areas
yeah,
here.
exactly.
Like 90% of the ship, crew members are not allowed to visit or enter.
We are allowed to visit. We have our time to go to those areas, but obviously we cannot
there are some
use
restrictions.
Those areas for our personal enjoyment.
Yeah.
Is that the word? I don't know. I mean, if we say something that is not right, just to make a disclaimer, he's from Philippines.
I'm from the Philippines, and it's not my. This is not
the
my
first
my
language.
First language.
And I'm from Venezuela, and I speak Spanish as my first language. So if we say something that is wrong or something like that, please excuse us, because we are not.
Please
native
forgive us.
speakers.
We're human beings, okay? We're human beings.
We were at first we were like really excited about this because usually we don't get to live as a guest inside the ship.
We're getting paid to work. We're getting paid to work.
Are we
right?
allowed to say bad words in here?
No, of course not. We wanted to spread positivity.
We're having a great time. We were thinking that we are gonna have a great time because we are gonna use the pool. We are gonna use the surfing thing.
I think aside from the fact that we are now able to use all the facilities and amenities that the guests have, the most exciting part for me is like we are going to wake up with no alarm at all, not working, not wearing the uniform,
If you're working, if you are sanitizing something, you need to use your uniform.
Right. So for me that's the most exciting part, and it's the most.
I guess like for everyone.
Yeah, it's also weird because working.
We're in here just to work.
We came here just to work.
Yeah, and now we're just like having fun.
Yeah, and totally bummed. We're not doing anything here.
Exactly. So. And we are this is our way to cope with all the things that we are hearing or all the news that we are seeing on the internet. Because that's the only thing that we can do. We cannot do anything else apart from that. I mean, we are getting food. These people is really taking care of us. We are getting good food. We are getting to use everything that we have in the ship.
And we have the facilities, like, we're still talking about the facilities like gymnasium, we have the spa, we have the medical facility, our own medical facility. Everything is here. It's like we are...
Just to be clear, we are living in a 5-star hotel.
5-star moving hotel.
Moving hotel, yeah. It is like a moving castle. And yeah, we were like really excited about that. The news is started to get crazy all around the world and crazier, which
and as you go along day by day, you're gonna wake up saying, there is really something wrong. This is not a normal life.
This is not a normal life because we are not used to this. And apart from that, we are getting a lot of news and fake news, obviously, from outside. And we get to a point in where we don't know if what is happening outside it is as bad as we are getting to know, or if it is even worse, you know. We actually don't know how is people doing outside. What are we doing in here? Why are we enjoying all of this while this is happening outside? But as I said before, that's the only thing that we can do because we are stranded on the sea, on the middle of nowhere.
Not only that, we're stranded and away from our family.
Away from our family,
of course. So,
thanks God, we have Wi-Fi. We have free Wi-Fi in here since this isolation thing started for every cruise line, and that's our way to cope with everything. And sometimes can be really frustrating, I guess, because even though you are enjoying all of these things, you still have your family outside of the ship. You have your friends outside of the ship, and I don't know in which part of the world, but you can have friends.
Yeah, friends
everywhere. Thinking like, hey, this is really bad in this area, and I have friends or family there, so it is kind of crazy. And at the end, you're always feeling like, even though you are living in a 5-star hotel, and you are having food, you are having Wi-Fi, you are having everything you want to have, you feel encaged. Your mind and your body understands that you are encaged.
Because we need to be isolated. We need to understand why we need to be isolated.
Yeah.
The isolation process is like, okay, we're not doctors, we're photographers, okay? We're human beings, but this is what, I know, this is like...
This is what we have been told.
Yeah.
This is the information that is outside, that is everywhere. So
human beings, we are moving. So if I'm infected and I touch him and he didn't actually wash his hands, he didn't do the sanitizing and all that, and then he touches his mouth, his eye, that's where the virus gets
that's how you can get infected.
So we need to be isolated because I think 14 days
Yeah, because the virus takes 14 days or something like that to
I don't
grow
know.
inside you. So you can start presenting symptoms after 14 days or something like that. So the thing is that at first we need to pass all this isolation time. Yesterday was the last day for the isolation. And it has been crazy since yesterday or 2 days ago, because all around the world, other ships has been presenting cases of COVID-19.
Exactly. Why we know that? Because we have friends. We have friends in different ships.
Different ships around the world.
Around the world. Okay.
And
in Europe, in Asia, in US.
And yeah, I mean, currently we're safe till today, which is March 29. Sunday.
We're still alive.
We are still alive. There is no case of COVID-19 in our ship. We're really grateful for that, and for everything that these people is doing for us. Sometimes we feel that like this is the safest place to be in the world right now, because we are not getting people from outside. We are just getting supplies.
At the same time, aside from being the safest place in the world, this is also the...
Actually, it is the safest place, but it can be the worst place.
Can you imagine?
Maybe if just one person gets infected, everybody is gonna get infected on the ship.
Now that is why now we make this video, we receive an announcement that the 14 days isolation period will now be, upgrading to a preventive quarantine isolation. If you say that's going to happen, what is going to happen?
I mean, we have been living like the normal way that that we used to live. We're, in our case, we're roommates. We have a double cabin, so we live together.
We live together, different bed, okay, different bed. So yeah, they're going to utilize all the guest cabins in the ship.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's still...
just to complete the experience, the guest experience. We're gonna live now in
a guest cabin, which is pretty good. So we will be upgrading to a preventive quarantine isolation. So
that is gonna last 72 hours from now, in case that they don't find any case of COVID-19 inside the ship.
And probably this is gonna be the last time that we will be seeing each other. Hopefully not. So preventive quarantine isolation would be, we will be separating each other just to practice the social distancing
for 3 days.
For 3 days, having the 72 hours, so that's 3 days. Nobody is allowed to get off the cabin.
We're gonna get food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We were allowed to buy some supplies like candies, groceries, or wherever. And
are we?
We already did.
Okay, we did already. We did.
So
we're taking advantage of this opportunity that we have time. Have time to at least practice our creativity by him using his knowledge in doing this kind of stuff, and me probably I'm making like another stuff like
makeup tutorials.
So yeah, it's gonna be, I don't know.
Those are our thoughts and hopes. We hope everybody is doing okay. Be as safe as you can. Please wash your hands. Please practice social distancing. Please stay home, because there is people fighting for this.
Oh, sorry, before I forgot, I would like to extend my gratitude and my respect to all of the frontliners, like the medical personnel, the military, the government who's doing their job to
every government that is doing their job,
their people, and spread positivity, guys. We need that. We need to smile. We need to do
that's
something.
The point. We're gonna show you how we are staying positive. We have been taking pictures. I was the model 2 days ago, I guess. And we're gonna show you a little bit of that. Please be safe, stay positive, stay creative,
and wash your hands.
So he's Rovic. He's the underrated Rovic.
Rovic on Instagram.
And I'm Fred, aka Fred, everywhere in the world. You can find us that way. So this is the end. Bye. Stay safe. Bye.